What's up, everybody? It's your boy Upper Hand back again with another video. I'm excited about this video. Uh, Today I'm gonna be discussing the Huawei's Nexus 6P versus the Huawei's Honor 5X. Not necessarily versus, but I just want to kind of do a little comparing of the device. I'm not going to go into too much details about the 6P. I mean, it's been out a while. I'm sure you've already know all the specs and know what the 6P can do. I mean, it's running the latest Android, Marshmallow 6 point. It's had an update, so it might be up to 6.01 or something like that. But I just put a video up about the Honor 5X, so there's no need to really go into the details of that. Nice device though, but I thought I would do something a little different. I hadn't seen side by side compare and contrast, looking at the build quality of Huawei's both of their Gold devices. I think that these are two pretty nice devices. I mean, just taking a look at the Honor 5X, pretty nice build. I mean, I've already discussed the build on my previous video, but I also wanted to kind of, show it again. And I talked about what I thought about the video, what I thought about the device as far as the build quality. I've had an extra day or so to play around with it. Another thing I want to note: this battery is pretty good. I mean, since I made this last video about the Honor 5X, I have yet to put this device on the battery, and I just want to show you this real quick. Don't have to take my word for it. You see it for yourself. Check out this battery. I shouldn't be doing this, but I just kind of wanted to show it. It's been on battery. It hadn't been charged. It's been on the battery for 1 day, 23 hours, 51 minutes. You can see all that. Screen time, not a lot, but 4 hours and 6 minutes. This thing is doing pretty well. It looks like it has, even though it's not running the latest Android Marshmallow, it does seem to have that Doze feature as well. Even though it's not there, that's pretty neat. But just wanted to show that. This video is not about that. I'm definitely getting off track. But I just kind of wanted to, show a compare and contrast of both of these devices. I mean, these are Huawei's. I mean, I think this is probably Huawei's best device, the Nexus 6P. Nice. This is a nice device, guys. It feels good. I was playing with an iPhone earlier today. I think it was the iPhone 6 Plus. They feel similar. They're around the same size, but this feels like a premium device. Enough for the price. Is it a big difference? I mean, this is $200. This is the 64 gig. It was on sale since it's the gold one. I think it was like $4.99 or $5.49 or something along those lines. But this was $200 versus just say $5.49. I think it was $5.49. I'm sorry if I can't remember what I paid for it. But taking a look at both of the devices, they're similar. I mean, this is definitely, I must say, you can tell the difference in the Nexus 6P. I mean, it's a premium build device. It feels really good. Doesn't feel cheap or anything. I'm not going to say that this device feels cheap, but it's a scale back. I mean, it's a scale back. It's not as step down. I mean, it's a nice device. I can't really get over this here, though. Not putting a speaker or something here was just basically, a big turn off for me. Still hadn't put my SIM in it to use it as a daily driver, so can't really talk about it as a daily driver yet. Definitely need to hurry up and do that, see what that's like. But I just kind of wanted to do a compare and contrast of, the build of both of the devices and what you're getting, for $200 versus, $5.49, $5.50. I don't know. this is kind of a bit big for me. I mean, I must say 5.7 is kind of big for me, but I can feel, I mean, I can feel the difference in the build quality. This feels, this feels, I mean, this feels like an expensive device. This one feels good, but you can tell the difference. I let my sister hold, she had both on today, and when she picked this one up, she was like, wow, this feels, she has the, she's an iPhone person, an Apple person, so she has the latest iPhone or whatever, and she was like, oh, this reminds me of my iPhone. This is a nice device here. I mean, but spec wise, I mean, you're talking about a 5.7 versus a 5.5. You're talking about a 12 megapixel shooter on the back. You know, 8 megapixel shooter on the front. Sorry, and then you know I gave you the specs on this one here. So, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, this 5.5, 13 megapixel shooter on the back. I think if I recall right, 5 megapixel shooter on the front, 3,000 milliamp hour battery versus the 3450 milliamp hour battery. Both of them have, I love my fingerprint scanners. Both of them have the fingerprint scanners. Both of them are running Android. This is running Marshmallow. This is running Lollipop. Of course, Nexus is always going to have the latest and greatest when it comes to Android. But you're talking about $549, $600, whatever, $700, depending on which one you get regarding the space. This is a 64-bit. If I hadn't said that already, 64 gig. I'm sorry. Here you're only getting 16, but I mean you do have the SD card slot, so that they say up to 128. So I mean, I would definitely like to see what you all have to say. I mean, I've been getting a few comments, but I would definitely like to hear what everyone else has to say regarding, you know, the price. Maybe you already have the Nexus 6P, or maybe you already have an Honor 5X or something. I think this is definitely, like I said earlier, this is definitely a nice device. Battery wise, they both been doing pretty good. I hadn't put neither one of them on a charger yet since I've had them. They're getting low, but they're still moving along. I don't know. I mean, this baby here, if you have one, if you heard one or know somebody with one, the speakers on here are amazing. I mean, this thing is very loud. You can turn this thing on and it's loud. It kind of reminds me of the Note. I had the Note 3 a year or so ago, and whenever that was, and it was loud like this. Maybe even louder than that. But I mean, I was just curious to know what others think regarding this. One thing I don't like, I mean, I know it's just software, but the Nexus devices, this one or the 5X, they both don't give you the capability of pausing videos. If you're making a video or recording something, I don't like that. But I mean, you can always download some software to fix that. No app drawer here, but I mean, it's not a deal breaker. I guess you could create your own app drawer, add some stuff to some of these little top apps or whatever. But you can always, again, go to the App Store, the Play Store, and download something. But that's really all I wanted to do. I definitely wanted to, I told you all about this video in my last video, that I wanted to do a compare and contrast, kind of just comparing the build quality of both of these devices. I'll let you take another close look. I've given you the specs. Just would like to know what others think, regarding this device. I mean, both of these devices. So, I mean, we have the C-type charger here versus, the micro SD charger. So that's the difference. No quick charge. This charger is pretty fast. It has the quick charge and the C-type charger that came with it. But folks, that's really about it. I mean, this video probably wasn't supposed to be 10 minutes long, but I get pretty excited when I keep looking at this device. One of my friends have been having this for a couple of months now, and he loves it. It feels good. I see why I don't like big phones, but I'm gonna have to use it as a daily driver for a while. Well, folks, thanks for watching. It's your boy Upper Hand. Peace.